The following report contains some disturbing images.
This was the moment when terror came to the beach. Holidaymakers fleeing a shooting spree. Security forces move in to hunt for the killer, who concealed his automatic weapon under a sun umbrella. In the distance, the body lying in the road is said to be his. And here he was in life, Saifuddin Rizgi, a student, reported to have enjoyed breakdancing before he was radicalised. Islamic State called him a soldier of the caliphate. His victims are still being formally identified, but some of those slaughtered here have been named locally. Carly Lovett from Lincolnshire is believed to be among the dead. She was just 24. And sources say Adrian Evans from Sandwell in the West Midlands has been killed, alongside his 22-year-old nephew, Joel Richards, a football referee.
We've got a bullet hole entry there.
But among the survivors, Tony Callahan from Norfolk. He shows us the bag that took a bullet and saved his wife, Chris.
And the bullet has actually struck there and deflected down, and that has deflected into her leg.
Both husband and wife are recovering in hospital here, but he is deeply scarred by what he witnessed.
I looked down the corridor, there was at least two other females, ladies which were dead, been shot, and one of the little offices that went out to the right, there was a young guy in there who was sat on a chair, and his girlfriend was dead next to him in the office, and he was holding a hand. And he said, "What do I do?" I said, "Have you checked for a pulse? Do you know?" And I pulled him out of the way and I checked for a pulse, and there was no pulse. And he said, "We're getting married in 2 weeks' time," and she was dead.
And from the Prime Minister in London, a warning of more grief to come.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the loved ones of those who were killed or injured in the attack. We're working with the Tunisian authorities to identify a final number on the British casualties, but I'm afraid that the British public need to be prepared for the fact that many of those killed were British.
When the shooting started, this area was full of British holidaymakers. Traditionally, this city has been popular with families from the UK. It's an area where they felt safe, where they felt welcome. But the events on this foreign beach have become a national tragedy for the UK.
I just want to know, do you really understand? Because there's several of us here in this room that were on that beach when that firing started yesterday, and we had to run for our lives.
We're trying to help each other.
And among British tourists, anger at the company that brought them here, which they say has been slow to get them home.
We had to tell her daughter it was fireworks, not gunfire. She is petrified.
So, please.
At the scene today, flowers in memory of the dead, who were guilty of nothing except going on holiday. Some came to offer prayers and to ask a question for our time. Why?